A few weeks ago, I secured my boat in a marina, flew to Florida, and made it to the Bahamas with my family. If you're wondering why I'm in the Bahamas right now, go check the last portion of my previous episode, which explains it all. After spending my first few seasons in the Bahamas, I chose to sail to Grenada to get out of my comfort zone. I'm going to leave the Bahamas and head down to the Caribbean. I don't know anything about cruising there. The island and the community of Grenada quickly stole my heart, as it has for so many sailors that call this island home for hurricane season. 2 weeks ago, as I was prepping to sail down to Grenada, for the second year in a row, myself and many other sailors noticed a storm coming. Hurricane Beryl intensified to a Category 4 hurricane in only days. I prepared my boat and waited 80 miles north of the Eye, in St. Lucia. I was extremely lucky. However, the small islands that took a direct hit, like Carriacou, have a long road of recovery ahead of them. This traumatic event is very close to my heart, as my hometown Joplin, Missouri was devastated by an EF5 tornado years ago. That being said, I'm extremely excited to be partnering with RISE, whose goal is to help rebuild and restore Grenada's surrounding islands with your help through volunteering and/or donations.
Send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you.
Good afternoon. We had a pretty late start today because yesterday was long, so we slept in, cleared customs. My dad is the master for this trip, so I just stayed back and made breakfast. We're about to go check out a reef. The wind is blowing like 15 to 20 knots, so praying that we get to jump in. It's one of my favorite reefs in the Bahamas. I'm getting GoPro ready, spearing stuff ready, and hopefully we get to jump in. If we don't, I've seen it before, but I'd love to get in the water today because the wind's going to be blowing for a while. Sunset is one of our favorite times of day. We put away distractions and take intentional time together.
Yeah. What's going on?
Water leak. As I've said, a boat will always break, and tonight we were just sitting about to turn on a movie, and we heard this running water. I was eating ice cream, and below the hose below the sink we have a big water leak way back there. So we're figuring out what exactly it is, and then hopefully we have parts to fix it. But like I said, a boat always breaks. It doesn't matter how big, how small, but something will always go wrong. So, it's true.
Yes, it is.
We didn't have the right things to fix the leak, so we ended up closing the valve for the sink's cold water. Good morning. It's been windy here. Today the wind is dying a little bit and switching directions, so we're gonna head south about 65 miles and hopefully catch some fish on the way.
Can someone take the bridle off? Where are we?
We fished on the way to our next anchorage. I ended up taking a nap halfway through, and during that time, we caught a mahi. We made it to one of my all-time favorite anchorages in the Bahamas, and I hope the drone shots do it justice because nothing else ever will. But we're about to have dinner, and then tomorrow we're gonna get up early and go snorkeling and hopefully show you guys a little bit of the reefs that are out that way. So we're in an area where the river flows through, so there is the ocean, and then that side is the rest of the land. We're lucky that the wind is from the south.
Safe on the way out. Unless he starts clawing at me, then he's going into the ocean.
He'll just hold you tight. Hi! Are you so proud of yourself?
He's like, did you see how unconcerned I seemed that time?
For dinner, we were having mahi tacos, and I made the mango salsa that we topped them with. So we just got back from the dive. My GoPro did not work. I thought it was the SD card, but it's apparently the GoPro. It just turns off after half a second. It was so beautiful, like stunning. I wish I could show you guys because it's the prettiest street I've seen in a while. We were just about to get out. My dad was on the dinghy and I was taking apart my pole spear, and all of a sudden like these two mackerels fly and then these other two swim by. So caught a mackerel. It's the first fish I've speared in a long time. I saw 2 mud snappers and 1 grouper, but 2 of them were right next to reef sharks, so I didn't shoot them. But it feels good to shoot a fish and be in the water. But we're about to move and go from there. After catching the mackerel, I was so excited to make ceviche out of it. After I fillet the fish and rinse it in salt water, I wrap it in paper towels, usually for about a day before making the ceviche. Hey. Where? Mako, treat! Treat! I begin by cutting the fish into small pieces and soaking it in citrus to cook it. While it's cooking, I put the rest of the veggies, peppers, jalapenos, tomatoes, onion, cucumber, and cilantro if it's around.